Very good question. I would say at some point in that process, you kind of start building um, your own vision upon everything and everything that you kind of heard from outside observers, people who actually advise you and give you feedback. At that moment, you kind of start creating your own tunes. You kind of start envisioning things in a way that probably nobody has ever thought of, or could be giving you those kind of directions. That becomes yours. The whole pitch, the whole vision, the whole strategy you put in place becomes something that is entirely yours. And if that's the kind of a vision that she can impress people with, you do have an interesting journey ahead of you. You would know that you would have an interesting journey ahead of you. And the goal, and the point here is that, and maybe one of the most important takeaways in here is that if you want to be enjoying the ride, going through all the ups and downs in the process, and not losing track or your side on the main objective, which is making a successful business. If you want to do that, if you want to go through that process, you got to make sure that you're walking on a firm ground. And what is that firm ground? In my opinion, validating your every single assumption in your business, whether it may be about the product that you're trying to build, whether it may be about the market that you're going after, the user behavior expectations, whatever it may be. Make sure you validate every single assumption in your strategy. When you are walking on a firm ground, shoot for the moon. Go and aim higher as you can possibly even imagine. And then make that yours. Go out there, brag about it, talk about it, get the people buy-in into your idea, and really hope for the best. But if you're not walking on a firm ground, if there are things, shortcoming, gaps that you're kind of ignoring for a while, because you may have to. Sometimes you really have to ignore some of the shortcomings that you know you do have. But do not ignore it forever. Do not ignore them forever. Build that firm ground, and then you would have a more enjoyable ride, and you would not get disappointed in all those ups and downs, because there's nothing that can move you. There's nothing that would negate all the assumptions and the ideas that you put forward, and you know the direction is right. Maybe there are challenges along the way, but if you know that you're well equipped, or at least somewhat well equipped, to get to your destination, then you do not kind of back off. You do not get disappointed going through all those challenges.